welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Plate Mail Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Buckner. I'm the primary Dungeon Master for Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This session is being recorded over Zoom. As our adventure begins, it is Stardate 0811.80. With the help of their ally Callista, the party recently rescued a group of slaves who were being held in the sewers beneath the surface of the Rock of Brawl. After 2 months of downtime, the party was relaxing with some food and drink at the Laughing Beholder Tavern when Luigi, the Beholder barkeep, told them about a ship shaped like a pyramid that was traveling through wild space about 2 days from Brawl. The party left Brawl with the crew of the Starrunner to investigate the strange vessel. The Starrunner is currently pursuing the pyramid ship from a safe distance. Captain Braun tells the Starrunner's pilot Hal to slowly increase speed to close the distance between the Starrunner and the pyramid ship. As the Starrunner gets closer to the pyramid, it becomes larger and larger. Captain Braun turns to the party and says, "If we get close to the pyramid ship without any problems, perhaps your group could take Ruffian and the Sky Coach for an even closer look. Of course, I'm open to any suggestions you might have." How do you respond?
Just shoot it down from here and pick up the pieces. No.
Sounds like a Strax answer.
Arvian shakes her
I'd rather
head.
shoot now, ask questions later.
Arvian agrees that sounds like a good plan.
What, to shoot it down from here?
No, the one that Braun suggested.
Probably be a good idea to take a close look and see what's going on.
Have we seen any way to get into the thing?
Currently, the ship is too far away. Like the Starrunner is slowly closing in on it, and it's kind of getting bigger and bigger. I mean, right now it's probably like from your vantage point, it's probably like a foot tall at this point, and you're slowly creeping up on it. But you can see it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as you get closer to it.
When you say it's big, how big is big? Is it like a size of like a city block, or is it?
I can make myself a spyglass.
Well, assuming that, tell me if this is not correct, but assuming that it doesn't seem that anybody's disagreeing with Braun's suggestion, and Hal continues to basically make up the distance between the Starrunner and the pyramid ship. So it starts to get large to the point where you think it's like a ship that's maybe a little bigger than the Starrunner, and then it seems like it's maybe 5 times as big as the Starrunner.
Ooh.
And then it looks like it's like 10 size, the size of the Starrunner.
So deceptively big.
And let's see.
Is there anything in Matisse's and my travels?
Hold on.
Sorry. Go ahead.
As you get a closer look at the pyramid ship, it is truly enormous, perhaps equivalent in size to a small city.
Oh. I was close.
So that's about what you can see from your current distance on the Starrunner.
Okay. I kind of...
If we take the little ship over there, Janie's not going to be a little bit down for the count if there's any trouble over there.
Oh, that's, I think, why he offered to have Ruffian go with us.
Oh, missed that. Yeah. I don't know. I know how to pilot it.
Yes, Ruffian knows how to pilot it. Janie taught him.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
so, I guess, is there anything... Yeah, I kind of asked Braun and Hal and try to think about whether there's anything from all the travels that Matisse and I have had where we would know what kind of race uses these kinds of pyramids? Like, is it another type of dwarven citadel? Is it something else? Do we have any knowledge just going into this?
If you want to make, I'll say, history checks.
Okay. Sure. All right, so it'd be me and Matisse.
Yeah, I mean, anybody
Or I
who's,
can offer her. I can help
anybody
her,
who's trained in
so
history.
you can get advantage to it.
I don't know if you can help me on a history check. I don't know if it works.
No,
that way.
that doesn't really apply.
It would basically be you going on all of your diva lifetimes and me going on all of my travels. So see what we get. Let's see if the dice
Okay.
hate me or not tonight. We'll find out.
If you are proficient in history. I keep saying trained because that's like a third or fourth edition term.
Not too bad. All right, my history check is a 19.
Okay, so let me find a 20-sided die.
That's a 20-sided die.
History, and mine is a 15.
Okay. Neither one of you have ever encountered or heard of any sort of a pyramid-shaped ship.
All right. So yeah, Arvine just agrees that having Rafian pilot the Star Coach over seems like the best plan.
Sky Coach.
Sky Coach. Sorry, words.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take Ruffian and you get on the Sky Coach and you fly closer to the pyramid. And as you get closer, it is four-sided and looks like it may be made of limestone. Along the surface are carvings of what looks like some kind of language made up of various symbols. There are 3 recessed areas that wrap around the outer surface of the pyramid, one near the top, one just above the middle, and one near the bottom. And you think that you can make out figures moving about inside the recessed areas. How would you like to proceed?
Interesting. This one's not abandoned.
Yeah, right now.
I try to make friends with the figures.
Right now, the movement is like little dots, because you're closer than the Star Runners, but you're still not close enough to make out what the figures are.
I kind of gently nudge Strax and say, "You want to message Braun and see if he's got any guidance? Does he want us to try to initiate contact?"
Yeah, well, we can try. Not much to salvage when they're still there, but let's see what he has to say.
Yep.
Hey, Hal.
Yes, Drax.
From what we can see from here, this pyramid is not exactly abandoned. Looks like there might be somebody on board. Anybody there? What's Braun's play on this one? Does he want us to try to make contact, or call this one a whiff and go home?
Give me just a moment, Strax.
All right.
A couple
One
minutes go by, and then Hal comes back on. Braun is okay with trying to communicate with whoever is on the ship, but he advises caution.
Braun would. All right. Thanks, Hal.
Thank you, Strax.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he says go greet the locals.
All right.
All right. How do you
So
think
how-
we get into this thing? I don't see any way around here. Maybe we going from the top or up the ass.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't think anyone's
Well-
up anyone's ass.
We could try flying closer and see if we can just wave or...
You're still
Yeah.
you're still far enough away that you can't even make out what the figures are.
Oh,
I mean, it's a
Alright.
little worrisome because Luigi did mention that everybody was avoiding this thing.
well,
He didn't
So-
say. He didn't say why. You get a sense that people are just nervous. They're nervous
Well,
and they're
we
paranoid.
respect everybody's always avoiding everything, so
That's
yeah, a bunch of
true.
Cowards. Let's go.
So,
they
do
were
we want
avoiding
to...
those little spidery things when we got there too.
do we think
Yeah,
we could
that would be
land... yeah, right. Do we think that we could land at one of the recessed areas? Is there, like, any clear docking
let's-
location? Let's get a little
We are
closer.
getting closer to get answers to all these questions.
So Ruffian pilots the Sky Coach, and you feel the gravity shift as you move through the air envelope of this massive pyramid ship, and you continue to fly closer and closer, and you get within about 100 feet. And at this point, again, it's like the size of a small city. It's just massive in front of you. Let's have everybody make perception checks from this distance.
100 feet should be close enough to identify species, at least.
Oh, I can't. Insight check, you said?
No, perception.
Perception.
Oh, that's not
13, only one better than my passive.
I rolled a 1.
Passive, 13.
I'm going on 15 for my passive.
15, 13, 13, and
13 is my passive, but I rolled a 1.
John, what was yours?
13 as well.
Okay.
So we all kind of see the same thing.
Okay, so I mean, you can always get closer, of course, but just from what you see right now is all the figures seem to sort of have generally the same color. They're all humanoid. They all seem, 2 arms, 2 legs, typical bipedal humanoid, and they are all sort of like this off-white kind of color.
I was hoping for mauve. No, you never find mauve aliens.
That would have been marvelous.
Oh, no.
Mobby, yes.
So Ruffian is still piloting, and he's still he's moving the ship forward until you tell him otherwise. Do you want to keep moving beyond this 100 feet?
Do we see anything that looks like a docking location as we're getting closer now?
The bands that kind of run around each side of those different locations, those bands are those like strips. Mm-hmm. They're getting bigger and bigger, and you certainly think that they're big enough to put a ship inside there.
Okay.
So, Irvin, I guess we can circle around and see if we can spot an opening.
Are you circling from this distance, or are you getting closer?
Well, if we can't see from this distance, so we have to get closer.
Well, we thought we could put a ship in one of... He's saying that we saw places where we thought we could steer the ship at this point.
No, he's saying the bands are big enough that a fit might ship. That a fit might ship.
Ship might ship.
That a fit might ship.
That a fit might ship. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I like
great,
it.
John.
I'm having a real issue with top and bottom tonight.
Well, if a ship can fit, and a fit can ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, we could circle at a bit of a distance just to get a look, but I mean...
You're always too cautious, Arvine.
I just don't want them to think that we're, like, charging at them.
I'd ship that.
Well, that's the fastest way to figure out who they are. Charge right in.
Okay, so Ruffian moves the ship closer, and you get within about 60 feet, and at this point you can clearly make out the fact that the figures moving around in those recesses, in those bands, they are mummies.
I knew it.
Oh no!
I knew it. You're going to see Mumra.
The ever living.
Oh boy!
I'm trying desperately to not make the obvious daddy joke. So,
Like, who's your mummy?
are you my mummy?
But
So Arvine kind of
Mum's the word.
looks side-eye at the others and looks at Strax and says, I think you might want to tell Ron what those things are.
Well, he's just going to tell us to take care of it.
He might, but I would still check in just to make sure that's still the plan. How many
Maybe
of them?
thinks you're way too dependent on Braun's opinion.
Well,
Oh, we're his crew. That's
well, he sends us in to take care of these things. All right,
We're
a bunch
still-
of mummies. I'm not worried about it anymore. Let's just kill them all, ransack the ship, get out of here.
when you
That's what we're
say
here for, right?
mummies, how many mummies are there?
The pyramid is the size of a small city.
So, size of a small city, many mummies.
Oh,
Are they like New York City or like London East End?
Yeah, New York
City,
mummies.
Or like
You're
the
thinking,
mamas.
you're thinking on a scope of like tens of thousands, maybe even over 100,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
That's a
just
lot.
giving you shit.
And-
Thank
and
you for
it's
the
not-
answer.
Yeah. It's not like you can just, pop the
Oh, they
atmosphere
called me
bubble
my
and
man.
kill
Yeah,
them all
so
with just a stick of
Strax,
mummies.
I like a good fight as much as you, but that's a lot, even for us.
It'll
And-
take some time. We'll just start at one end, work towards
and
the
they,
other.
and they might be very hostile.
Let's
too,
see
so-
what Ron thinks we should do. If he thinks this is worth the salvage, then we'll do it. If he doesn't, then we won't.
At this distance, you can also see that there appear to be ballista at intervals of about 100 feet in the recess. And you can see that there are some ships that are docked there. There's a bunch of longboats, like they're just like long wooden boats, and there's a bunch of barges. You see hundreds of longboats and dozens of barges sort of all along the
Can
recess.
we look for a back door?
That's what I said. And everybody is like, what the hell, Strax?
I don't think there's an asin on the pyramid, so I don't know if there's a
Yeah.
back door there.
I'm all for finding a more covert way to check things out, but I still think, given the scale of this, that we should probably check in.
Whatever. Here. I give the comm over to Arvine. If you're so worried about it.
At this point, Ruffian has stopped the ship from advancing. He
Okay.
sees the mummies and he stops the ship, and he doesn't really do or say anything because, well, he doesn't speak, but he doesn't do anything. He just kind of stops the ship and waits for
Okay.
somebody to tell him to do something.
So Arvine kind of takes the communicator, says, "Hey, Hal, this is Arvine.
Yes, Irene.
So there are a city's worth of mummies on this thing, along with several other ships that we can see docked in kind of the primary locations. They have ballistas for defense.
That's very
Um,
concerning, Irene.
So if we still want to try scavenging this thing, if Braun wants, it's his craft and crew, we can try to find maybe a back way in,
Our shit.
something to sneak in. But we just wanted to check and see what he thinks before we potentially pick a fight with another city again. So,
What do you mean
What do you-
again? Last one was fun.
Have you flown around the entire ship?
not yet. We can keep this distance and have Ruffian do some reconnaissance. So we can do that next if you want and check in again.
Please do that and then report back.
Okay, will do. So, kind of turn to the others and say that they want us to do a reconnaissance at a safe distance. So, Ruffian, if you can fly us
So
around.
they want us to look for a back door?
No, they want us to do the reconnaissance and check in first. So let's see what we can find.
So Ruffian flies around the entire city. It takes a little while to get around the pyramid.
Did he go
And-
underneath?
You can have him do that if you want.
Yep.
Okay, so he circles the entire thing, and you see that it is indeed four-sided, and it looks pretty much identical on every single side, except for that maybe the carvings, the language or whatever it is that's on it. It varies depending on where you are. But essentially, other than the language, sort of looking a little bit, some different symbols and whatnot in different orders, all four sides look the same. And when you go underneath, there doesn't appear to be anything on the bottom of it. It's just completely flat. I'm sorry, except there are still the carvings, there's still the language, but other than that, you don't see anything down there.
Is there a way for us to tell what the language might be saying? Can we attempt to try to translate something or discern what the symbols mean?
I will again say you can make a history check.
Okay.
Or could I attempt an investigation to decipher?
Sure.
History check. I got a 16 on my history check, what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Investigation comes up 24.
24 investigation. Okay, so Matisse, you're not really sure what the symbols mean. Strax, you can't read it, but you do know that it's Egyptian.
Hmm.
You know it's from the planet Earth, essentially, and it is Egyptian. As far as you know, it's only from that one world. As far as you know, that's where it originates from. So it's a little bit strange. You've never heard about it being anywhere other than on Earth.
All right, so definitely not local.
Nope.
Kind of passing through. Full of
Knowing
mummies.
it's Egyptian, would we be able to do like an Arcana or religion check? I don't know if that fits.
I'm
Stretching.
Well, I don't understand what you're trying to determine.
If we can figure out what it says or if it does anything specific.
Well, you would have to basically study it for an extended period to try to decipher it. It's not just something you can just look at and
Okay.
try to all of a sudden, understand how to read Egyptian. It would be.
What do you mean? That's
No
a
worries.
guy. That's a bird. That's a hole over there. The guy's
No
obviously
worries. Shut
throwing
up,
birds
Strax.
down a hole.
Shut up, Strax. No worries, it was a stretch.
Well, at this point, we either go in or go home.
Well, I check back in per Hal's direction and say, hey, Hal. So it looks like all four sides of this thing are the same as far as openings. There's some different symbols. Strax says he thinks that the symbols might be Egyptian from a place called Earth. Nobody really knows much about that. And the bottom, there doesn't appear to be any obvious entrances. It's just a smooth surface covered with all the same symbols. So how would you guys like us to proceed?
Give me just a
Edie,
moment,
isn't she?
Arvine.
Okay.
And then she comes back on like a minute later. And she says, Braun is concerned that this represents a danger. He would like you to return to the Star Runner.
Okay. All right. Turn to Ruffian and say, Captain's orders, return to the Star Runner.
No, he said he'd like us to return to the Star Runner. He didn't say he was ordering us back to
Could
the Star
Strax hear what he said?
Runner. I think it's an open
Hal
call mic.
said?
Or what Hal said, yeah. Is the comm like only one person can hear and listen, or can everybody hear what's being
No,
said?
people can hear within about 20
Okay.
feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I still think we should check back in for now. I wonder he might want to regroup and make a different plan. So,
Waste of a trip. Whatever.
Okay, and something that probably occurs to all of you is that you've been close enough to this thing for long enough that they have to be aware that you're there.
yep.
Probably.
Yeah, it has occurred to me, yes.
But nothing has happened as a result. But
You-
you kind of figure, well, they must know we're here, but nothing has happened, so it's a little odd.
And use a tractor
Wow, we're a
beam to
little
pull
ship.
us in.
By their big ship, we hardly are a danger.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think that they probably think that you're a threat.
Little do they know.
Not.
Okay. So, I guess let's go back to the Star Runner for now. See what
Okay.
we want to do.
So Ruffian turns the ship, turns the sky coach, and starts to head back. And when you reach the edge of the air envelope of the pyramid ship, the sky coach slows down somewhat rapidly, and almost seems like it's sort of running into some kind of like an elastic barrier.
Oh boy.
And it kind of like pushes in a little bit and then slows kind of quickly, and then it kind of moves back a little bit away
Ship
from
rolls.
the edge of the air envelope.
Tractor beam.
And it seems like there's some sort of that like the air envelope has a magical barrier there that's stopping the ship from going back through.
Oh boy. All right.
Not tractor beam, elastic bubble.
Message over and say, hey Hal, so I don't think this is a tractor beam. These people, like, they have to have seen us by now, but we haven't seen any direct response. But we can't seem to pilot the ship out of the air bubble. It keeps
So-
running into like an elastic field of some kind.
So it looks like we're going to be here for a little while. We'll get back when we can.
Uh,
Let's go.
Well, let us
I
know if
guess we're
there's
headed to the
anything we
ship.
can do, Arvine.
Yeah, I think we may have to land to try to investigate. We'll see how they respond. So we'll keep you posted.
Arvine, give me that communicator back. You're way too needy with it.
Or pass it over.
Okay, so you all tell me what you would like to do.
Well, not much we can do. Ravian, take us to the ship, I guess. We're going to see if we can pop this bubble.
Are we gonna dock? Do you guys want to dock where all the other ships are? Was there any side that looked like it was less populated, Chris?
Not particularly. There's
Yeah.
ships all around every side and all the recesses.
So there really wasn't a back door that we could dock in?
Everything was very uniform.
You and your back door docking, dude. What is wrong tonight with
John likes the back door. He's always been that way.
Jeez.
I guess we all know what
You're the
his
one with the
fetish is
overactive
now.
back door, Chris.
Oh.
I guess let's
Question:
dock.
Are those things Egyptian vessels that are on the outside, like the boats and the barges you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
We're going to see the pharaoh, the wonderful
one or two
pharaoh
of those
of
might
Egypt.
fetch a decent price if we could fly one.
Because.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Well, I guess the plan at this point is to head back to the ship and just kind of pull in next to one of those other ships under the assumption that there must be a way in and out of the big ship next to one of the little ships.
We're going to see the pharaoh
Okay.
or Mumra, whichever comes first.
The wonderful Pharaoh of Oz.
Yes, I just made that thing. Jeez.
Okay. So
Hey, I muted myself before I belched that time.
so you have Ruffian fly the sky coach to one of the recesses. We'll say he just chooses the middle one because that's where you guys are typically flying around. He goes into the middle recess and finds basically an open dock and pulls the ship in. And so you see a group of mummies come over to meet you at the place where you're docking.
Very good,
And
my mummy.
there is there is a dozen of the mummies, and they are led by one wearing a gold and blue headdress. And it comes over to you and it says, "Follow me, please."
All right. Kind of look at the others.
Depends. Are we guests or
Stride.
prisoners?
Why?
So he doesn't answer anybody's questions. He just turns, and all of the other mummies basically surround you and start to kind of lead you away from the dock area.
I'd see what's going on yet. They haven't been aggressive. No, we don't want
Kind of
to.
aggressive.
It's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, but we don't want. If we pick a fight with 12, we pick a fight with the whole city worth of them without knowing what's going on.
Yeah, good point. We need to find a way to kill them all at once.
Once 20 minutes down the way probably won't come for a while.
No, they're all over the dock though, right? So,
They're
right.
everywhere.
Joking around.
It's like a giant
Jesus.
giant city full of mummies, kind of.
They're everywhere.
So you
I
are
don't have a death wish.
they're everywhere.
Or do
All
I?
right.
So you are led through a large open doorway carved from the limestone that makes up the pyramid. As you are led through the pyramid, you see architecture on a scale unlike anything you've ever seen before. The pyramid probably took centuries to build. You are led through cavernous hallways lined with various statues of odd humanoid figures. Among them, you see one that has a human body with a jackal's head. One is a woman with large, colorful wings, and another has a human body with a falcon's head on it. Just to name a few, there's a lot of statues like that all around. Eventually, you come to a large, empty chamber with a 20-foot by 20-foot square opening in the center of the floor. A golden light shines through the opening and up into a similar opening in the ceiling. The guards in front of you step into the opening, but instead of falling, their feet seem to find purchase on an invisible, solid surface, marked only by a glow that appears under their feet as they step. The same glow appears under your feet as you are led into the opening. Once the entire group is in the opening, you all begin to slowly float upward. You float up past hundreds of levels until finally reaching a 40-foot square chamber with 4 slanting walls that converge at a point in the middle of the ceiling. It would appear that you are at the top of the pyramid.
Well,
In the
this is
center-
the first time I've reached the penthouse.
In the center of the room is a throne carved from limestone upon which sits a tall, thin mummy wearing an ornate gold and red headdress. The mummy is sitting in profile. The throne slowly turns with the scraping noise of stone on stone, while the mummy makes no movement at all. You almost wonder if it is animated like the rest of the mummies or simply a centerpiece of the room, until it speaks. The figure says, "Welcome to the Great Pyramid of Rathatep. I am Rathatep. Your life, as it has been, is over. From this time forward, you will service us. Resistance is futile."
Oh, boy.
I am aboard.
You've clearly been waiting to say that.
I know.
It turns its gaze upon the mummy wearing the gold and blue headdress and says, "Sanfa, conduct them to the cells where they will await mummification."
That doesn't sound fun.
The mummy, addressed as Sanfa, bows its head as your group begins to float down through the levels of the temple. You stop after maybe 50 floors and are escorted past a large number of 20-foot square cells carved from the limestone of the temple, each with iron bars from floor to ceiling on one side. They start to basically divest you of your weapons and your components and etc.
Okay, give me a count. Enemy count here.
It's the same dozen plus the one leader that was referred to as
Dozen
Sanfa.
plus the one leader.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's up to you guys.
I cast magic
I-
missile.
Arvine whips out her swords. Yeah, the same happening.
Yeah.
Strax would not go for. Strax would not go. Would just stand there.
Would
and let
not
them
go
take his shit.
gently into the
Right.
good night.
I'm too young. I'm not ready to be a mummy.
Are we in agreement then?
Yes.
Okay, so people begin to resist this.
Yes.
So,
Okay,
look, Sonny, I don't think this is happening. No.
okay. So they start reaching. They start reaching for your weapons, and you all take a offensive posture, and then they all start to attack you and try to force you, and then a fight starts. So we'll have everybody roll initiative.
Roll initiative. 12, middle of the pack.
Sometimes 12 is the top of the pack.
Yeah, the way our dice work sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
That was awful. I rolled awful.
Initiative for Gamammies.
Mummies. Mummy.
Are we theater of the minding this one, or?
Yeah, we're theater of the minding this one.
Okay.
I had already thought of the title of this program.
What's that, Greg?
Mummies in Space!
Liza says boo.
As much as I like that, I try to avoid names that are too spoilery.
Oh.
People might be making that assumption after listening to it, but it's sort of like waiting to see what happens and then having that confirmed in the episode is much more interesting than being like, oh, we already know before we even listen to it.
Well, then I will think further.
So what is Matisse's initiative there, Gerb?
6.
6. And Strax.
12.
And Janie.
17.
Oh, you go, Janie.
At least somebody didn't suck. There we go.
She said she's not ready to be a mummy.
And Arvine.
9.
9.
9.
9.
I'm last.
Yeah.
See? Not middle of the pack, John.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the mummies did.
Yeah.
We did it all for the mummy.
Mummies.
Mummies.
The mummies.
Okay, so the initiative order is Janie, Strax, Mummies, Arvine, and Matisse.
Means they get to go before the mummies. That's the important part.
Toots uncommons.
Jamie, Strax, Arvine, Matisse.
So we start at the top with Janie, our Kalashtar sorceress.
Burn an 8.
I'm gonna go for the one that's trying to take away my shit.
Uh-huh.
And zappy. Shocking grasp.
Shocking Grasp, okay.
Shocking
That's
grasp.
That's a melee spell attack.
Yep. So that would be for 15.
15. He tries to move out of the way, but you grab a hold of his arm and shock him with electricity.
Ugh, bad damage. That would be for 5.
5.
Lightning. Whatever that is. The little, lightning bolt damage.
Oh, sorry, before we get too far,
Yeah.
did we get any temporary hit points from the ship Bart?
Yes, you guys have the 3 from Maze.
3 from Maze. Okay.
Yep.
That's amazing.
3 helps.
Okay. Was that your turn, Janie, with the electricity?
Yes, sorry.
That's all right.
That's okay.
So Strax, our Hobgoblin Artificer, and Constructs.
Okay. That's right. I got constructs. Jeez,
You do.
I keep forgetting about for freaking constructs.
Oh, after all for Ruffian, because he's also the.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he's not. He didn't stay on the ship. Oh no, he wouldn't have stayed on the ship. Okay. He just has no spell slots. All right. I am going to 2nd level cast Heroism on me and Janie, which is a 1-action touch to say a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier, or at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from this spell. So,
Okay. Cool.
Does that mean I immediately get those four?
I think you get it as soon as you cast it. I think it happens, right? Or does it say specifically at the beginning of your
It
turn?
basically says gains temporary hit points equal to the spellcast modifier at the start of each of his turns. And I'm technically past the start of my turn, so don't worry about it. It's okay. It's only 1 hit point. All right. Blink, blink. Yeah, only.
All right.
Yeah,
So you
1 hit
cast
point over the
Heroism.
edge of disaster. That is my action. For my bonus action, I can't cast another leveled spell, but I can have. No, I'm not gonna have him do anything yet, but I will have SDO1 take as a central position as he can. You'll have to tell me who he can impose disadvantage with or not.
Okay.
Basically, I'll tell you. He is going to take up a position to be able to impose disadvantage on anybody who's attacking Janie, since she's the most crunchy.
Okay. That's pretty easy to track with your
Yeah,
other one.
and both constructs will take the dodge action.
Okay.
I'm flattered. I'm the most crunchy.
Okay. So the mummies go,
Oh boy.
and let's see. We've got 13 dudes here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you.
I need defensive posture.
So 2 of them will attack Janie, and the first one will be with disadvantage as SDO1 tries to intercede and get in the way. So disadvantage attack. Let's see. Okay, but before it actually does that, it uses Dreadful Glare on Janie, and then it goes to attack after it tries this Dreadful Glare, which
That's pretty scary.
that involves a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I have
hey.
advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Good.
So that will be a 22.
Okay. So its face, it already looks a little messed up because it's undead and everything, but it takes on this even more frightening visage, but then tries to get into your head, but you just kind of push it away. And then
If that was a fear effect, she's immune right now, by the way.
because of the heroism.
Yep.
Okay, but the mummy doesn't know that, so.
Right.
So then that mummy takes its like rotted fist and takes a swing at Janie with disadvantage. A 19 or a 1. Guess I gotta take the 1.
Guess you gotta take the 1.
That'll miss. That won't do, donkey. That won't do.
Okay, so a second one, essentially, they're all going to basically try the same tactic. So another wisdom save.
Ooh, that one was not as good. Let's see, 6 or 7. With modifiers, that would be a 10. So
A 10. Okay, so you feel this wave of fear come over you, but again, this time because of the heroism, it washes over you, and you no longer and you don't feel fear at all from this effect. And
Okay.
you see that particular mummy. He kind of notices because he seems to think like oh yeah, I got you, and then he's like, wait, what? He's not understanding what just happened. So he's going to take 1 attack, just a regular attack with his fist. And that is AC 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Why am I not rolling my damage dice at the same
You
time?
did that with disadvantage?
No, the first attack
No,
was.
SDO1 can unfortunately
Never mind.
only
I got it, I
intercede
got
on
it, I
1
got it.
attack.
I got you.
Okay, so. So Janie takes 19. I'm sorry, you take. It's 19 total, but you take. Let's see. You take 9 bludgeoning damage from the fist, and then you
Okay.
take 10 necrotic damage.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, necrotic does what?
It's just a
Remind
damage
me.
type. If you happen to have resistance to necrotic, you would only take half of it.
Okay.
So I mean, if nobody does, anybody have resistance to necrotics? Otherwise, I'll just give you the damage total.
I don't believe so.
What about the construct,
wait.
John?
Good question.
That is actually relevant for Arvine, and I think it's relevant for Matisse.
Okay.
No, constructs only have resistance to poison damage. So
Okay. Does anybody have resistance or immunity? Probably not immunity, but does anybody have resistance to necrotic damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Matisse, does Matisse have resistance, Greg?
top
Greg?
right, just under your hit points, under defenses. If it lists
Greg is
anything.
muted. That's why we can't hear him.
I have
yeah.
resistance to psychic damage, but not necrotic.
Just have radiant body, which is resistance to radiant damage
Okay. So
and
Arvine is the only one.
disease. I do have that, but it doesn't specify what disease.
Disease is just a condition.
Does it say you are immune to disease?
It says for disease, immunity.
Immunity to disease. Okay. Does anybody else have immunity to disease? Because that may actually come into play as well. I don't
Nope.
think so, but except for that, the constructs might have immunity to disease.
The constructs.
No?
Strangely, no. Charmed,
Oh.
exhausted, and poisoned, but not diseased.
Okay. All right.
They can get some kind of rust disease or something, I guess.
Yeah, disease called rust.
Well, like sands through the hourglass.
Yeah.
These
All
are.
right, so Janie, when you get hit with this rotted fist, you take the bludgeoning and the necrotic damage, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, 23.
Ooh, nice.
23.
High five.
Okay. So you feel this like sort of disease like effect, coming off of this creature's fist, try to infest you with some sort of a disease, but you manage to fight it off with your Constitution, so you don't take any additional effect. So then
Cool.
we will move on to Arvine.
Okay.
So there's two attacking you. First, I was going to try the Dreadful Glare. So I need you to make a Wisdom save.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. 21.
21. Okay, you fight off the fear. And then the Rotting Fist. I need to make... It'd be much easier if I had the same colored dice for the same kinds of things. You're over there. Okay. And then green. Green is the necrotic. Okay. So, regular attack. Rotting Fist from the mummy.
I'm also avoiding making fisting jokes,
So AC
especially
11.
involving back doors.
Miss.
Right, you move out of the way, so you see that horrible rotting fist coming, and you dodge out of the way of it. And then the second attacker on you, I want you to make another Wisdom save.
Oh boy. 19.
19. You fight off the fear. Tries to hit you with his rotting fist. Critical.
Oh,
God.
no. Oh no.
That is not good for Arvine. Love you, honey.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But you do have resistance to necrotic, right?
I do.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. And then. So you take 13 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 10 necrotic.
That's with the resistance accounted for, or?
Correct.
Okay. So 10, actually 10, not 5. Here we go.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. It was 21 modified to 10. And I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy. Let's see here. 22.
22. Okay. No additional effect. Matisse, wisdom save.
All right. Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Luckily for me, it's going to be 19.
19. Okay, you are not feared. And then regular attack. AC 11.
That will miss.
All right. Another wisdom save.
Another one. Okay, that's going to be 21.
21. All right. And then running fist. AC 17.
That will miss.
You push his rotting fist away with your shield. Get away from me with that thing.
Tankstress.
Tankstress.
All right. Strax, wisdom save.
Uh, 19.
19. No fear.
Laugh in his face.
Attack is AC 19.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay.
So much for my new armor.
You take 10 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 10 necrotic.
Okay.
And then wisdom save. Oh wait, sorry. Constitution saving throw because you took necrotic damage. Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. You are good.
All right.
So now wisdom save again.
Wisdom save again. 15.
15. You're good. The attack with rotting fist is 12.
And I are bloody.
Oh no.
Oh, wait. AC 12?
Yeah. AC
Oh,
12.
no. That's a miss.
I was like, wait, what?
Put the cart before the horse on this one.
Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So the mummies are attacking Ruffian. So let's see. Regular attack on Ruffian. That is a miss. Regular attack on Ruffian. That is also a miss.
Go Ruffian.
So I attacked Matisse and Janie and Strax and Arvine and Ruffian. So
We got the constructs, too.
So we got the constructs. So we got 2 on SDO1 and 1 on GH88.
Ouch.
The other one is taking the dodge action. So
Oh wait, I forgot. Ruffian has to make 2 wisdom saves. Wisdom save. Makes it. Wisdom save. Makes it. Okay. So SDO1.
both constructs are dodging.
Okay. So we'll start with the wisdom save for SDO1.
SDO1. 7.
7. Okay. So SDO1 is frightened until the end of the mummy's next turn.
It's not considered a charmed effect, is it? Yeah.
Nope, just as frightened.
Ogre.
All right, he's dodging.
That's right. He does. It's not forcing him to run away or anything, is it?
No.
No, okay.
I believe the fear effect is just it can't move any closer, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
While the source of its fear is in sight. AC 12. AC 12 on SDO1.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then the other mummy, AC 8 is going to miss.
Is going to miss. Does SDO1 already take a hit? Or did I forget have to reset his life?
He might have forgot to reset his life.
I might have forgot to reset his life. I already
Ooh.
reset his life.
All right, and then one wisdom save on GH88 and 1 attack on GH88.
Okay. 1 wisdom save for GH88. 11.
11. Okay, he is not afraid.
Okay.
Okay, and then AC 8 is going to
AC 8.
miss.
Yep, that will definitely miss.
And he only had 1. He only had 1 on him. So
Okay.
that is the mummies, and then we're on to Arvine, SMR fighter.
Okay.
So far we've only had 1 mummy get zapped by Genie.
Okay.
Yes.
Can,
And only one of you got feared, which was SDO1.
can I get to that mummy that Janie already damaged?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to swing on the one that she already hit. She is going to swing with a katana on the dude that Janie already hit. All right. It's not wonderful, but we'll see. AC 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Okay, so it's going to hit for 9
9.
slashing.
And the weapon that you're hitting it with is...
The katana.
Okay. It's not magical, right?
It is not magical.
Okay, what was the damage again?
It was 9.
9, so it doesn't seem to take full effect.
9.
That's fun. Well, she's got extra attack, so she's still gonna swing again.
Okay.
If you can't hit harder, hit more often.
Right. Oh, there's also the fact that I'm only a few points from being bloody because they managed to land that critical on me, so I have to think about that in my battle plan. It's gonna hit for AC more.
Okay.
It's gonna hit for 11.
11.
11, but really 5. Probably.
Okay, you do bloody it with that hit, though.
Okay.
Yay.
It doesn't take full effect, but you do bloody it.
Okay. How high is the hallway here?
It's like 20 feet.
Okay. Alright, I don't think she's going to burn her transformation right now. Seems premature. Let's see here. She is going to second wind for
Okay.
her bonus action.
She's going to suck wind.
Oh. No, it's not terrible. Which is the D10 plus your level, right? So
Right.
she's gonna shout, let's see, non-magical weapons don't seem to work as well, and end her turn.
Matisse, Steve Paladin.
All right. Am I near the
You
one?
can be near any of them.
All right. So I'm going to try to at least attack the one that has been already hit and bloody.
Sure.
Okay. So attack number 1. So that is going to be 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice.
And
The laser sword.
that is going to be for 14.
Force damage, good shit.
Nice.
All right, so you're crushing that mummy skull.
That's almost a little bit broken for this fight.
Who
one
is
down.
bloody?
Well, great. You have extra attack, though, right?
Yes. So I'm trying to think, should I use the attack or should I try to help someone?
That doesn't work that way.
The
doesn't work
extra
that way.
I'd
attack
have
is
to
free,
use-
Greg.
I have to use my, got it.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to think of the heal thing because
Yep.
I've never been responsible for being a healer before, so. Okay, so next victim, which is also a 20 to hit
Okay, that
Nice,
definitely
right.
connects.
and also for 14.
Second first. Second was the first.
It's a dirty 20. That's what I would say.
Okay, so you bloody that one with that one hit, Greg.
Oh,
Nice
shit.
job. Laser sword for the win, sir.
Glass cannons.
Yeah.
All right, so that's me.
Okay. So then it is Ruffian, who has a quarterstaff attack. So he will attack. with
Here's
a
an Eddie.
quarterstaff. He has no spells
He has no spell. Oh, that's right.
because he flew the
We
the
sucked
ship.
him dry. Oh, wait. Sorry. No. The ship sucked him dry.
He does manage to hit, and he does 1 point of damage.
That's a full service ship.
That is just what she said.
So then we're back up to the top with Janie, our Kalashtar, our sorceress.
Oh man.
Light some shit up.
Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. So, DM, how many mummies can I hit in a 15-foot cone?
We'll say 3.
Okay. And will I hit any of my teammates?
No.
Okay. So, dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity saving
Please and
throw.
thank you. I'm
Light
gonna
'em
put
up.
my thumbs together and make a little triangle and go whoosh, and light them on fire.
What's the DC, Sarah?
14.
14. Yeah, 2 failed and 1 succeeded.
Failed. Okay, so we got 12, 13, 14. Okay, so the two that failed are going to take 20 points of damage,
Nice.
and the one that succeeded takes 10.
10, okay.
Yeah, Janie.
So I'm including the one that was already damaged in those 3.
Okay.
So you shoot out this big wash of flames, and it hits all 3 of those zombies and fries all 3 of them.
Nice. Yeah, Janie.
Wait.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
2 of them were undamaged, so the fire was particularly effective.
Oh. Cue Beavis and Butthead jokes.
They wanted some teepee for their buckhole.
Did you wild search that?
Oh.
I have no idea. Hold, please.
Hold,
Please
please.
hold.
Buffering.
I did not.
Okay.
Oh, well.
It was a 6.
A fireball centered on the party. Well,
Oh.
Well, the mummy's
care of it. It would
the
definitely kill
mummies
the
are
mummies.
dead. The mummies will be dead.
So next in initiative order is Strax, Hobgoblin, Artificer.
Okay, who's left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 9 left.
9 left.
You have 9 left.
Including that Sun guy?
Including Sanfa, yes.
Okay.
How is his name spelled? Sanfa? Sanfa.
Well, Eli.
It is SAHN-FAH.
All right. Well, even though you saw that fire worked pretty well, the only thing he's got is create bonfire, which is not particularly helpful in this situation. So, I guess he's just gonna pick a nearby target and
Okay.
fire away.
We'll call this
So-
mummy letter E.
Pun intended.
At least it's magic. Your magical artificer shenanigans. That's good.
Yep. So, fire missile number 1. AC 17.
That
For
hits.
minimum damage 5.
And what was this again?
5.
5. No, what's the spell you're using?
Oh, yeah, I'm just shooting my crossbow.
Oh, shooting crossbow. Gotcha. And it is considered magical, right?
piercing. It is magical piercing.
All right, it seems to take full effect.
Okay, fire missile number 2. Oops. 7. AC 13.
Hit.
Ooh, nice. Oh, for much better. For 9.
9.
Niner.
9.
And my fire missile number 3 for my bonus action from my crossbow expert feat.
Shot number 2, bloody that one.
11.
Hit.
No, sorry, 9.
Miss.
AC 9. Well,
Oh.
Myth.
myth.
Yes.
And constructs.
Constructs are both taking the... Well, I use my bonus action, so they're both taking the dodge action.
Okay.
SD1 is still hanging out near Janie.
Okay. So the mummies go. So why don't I just start with the mummies attacking Janie? Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 4 of you, so we'll put 2 on each primary party member and 1 on Ruffian. Okay. So first attack on Janie. SD01 is going to try to chomp on that mummy's leg and get him to miss.
Chomp, chomp, chewy chomp.
Disadvantage on Janie. Actually, I'm sorry, Janie. Do the wisdom save for the dreadful glare first. Wisdom saving throw.
I have advantage on wisdom saving throws, so
Cool.
11.
11. You do not feel the fear wash over you.
Yes.
Disadvantage attack is a natural 1.
Yay.
Whiff.
Good boy. Good boy, SD1.
And then second mummy, wisdom save.
More. 14.
More. Okay, you're good. And a regular attack from second mummy is AC 7.
That will miss.
Okay. So then we have 2 attacking Matisse. So Matisse, I need you to make a wisdom save. You might as well just make 2 because you got 2. They're both going to do it on you. So give me 2 wisdom saves.
Okay.
Oh man, they keep trying to scare people. Boo.
They do. They can do it like every round.
Ugh.
They should come work at Spooky World.
They
Right?
should.
First one's 22.
Good.
Second one's 16.
You're good. So then you're going to get attacked 2 regular attacks. AC 13 is probably going to miss you, I assume. Okay. And the second one is AC 14. I assume that's going to miss you as well.
Go tank.
2 miss.
And then let's see, Arvine. Why don't you give me 2 wisdom saves?
Fun. Oh well, the one on the first one is bad.
Okay.
So that's
So you're
well,
frightened.
it's a 3. It's still no good. So okay.
So you're frightened.
Okay.
Make sure you mark that however you can mark it on.
Is that a duration thing? Or
Yeah, it's just
do
until the
I-
end of the mummy's next turn.
Okay.
Or until the end of the mummy's... Yeah, until the end of the mummy's next turn.
All right.
So, attack from the first mummy. AC 13, probably going to miss.
Yep.
Second attack, AC 20.
That will hit.
Okay. This is a Rotting Fist. You take 4 bludgeoning and 10 necrotic
Which is really 5.
because you have resistance to necrotic.
I have resistance to necrotic. Yep.
Cool.
Lucky you.
And then Strax, 2 wisdom saves.
Okay, save number 1. 19. Sorry, 18.
You good?
Save number 2. 12.
12. Okay, you're good there. Oh, sorry. Backtracking to Arvine, you took damage, right?
I did.
Okay, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure. Okay. That at least is good. That's like 22.
Okay. All right, and back to Strax. 2 regular attacks on you. Attack number 1, AC 19.
Shield.
Shield. Okay. Attack number 2, AC 12.
Miss.
Bounces off the magical shield. Okay, and then Wisdom Save on Ruffian. He succeeds. 1 attack on him. Hits for 4, 11, 15. Ouch. Okay. Then Arvine, SMR fighter.
Okay. Do we have anyone of that group of 9 who have been hit, damaged?
Yes, there's 1 bloodied one, and you can attack that one. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So she is going to bonus action Fighting Spirit, which gets her 5 temporary hit points and at least gives her advantage to cancel her disadvantage from being frightened.
Okay.
So it'll be normal attacks. So let's see. I'm gonna mark that off before I forget. Sorry. And I did use second wind, so I'm gonna mark that off too. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So swing with a normal sword because unfortunately the laser sword is just so shitty on my modifiers. It's not really going to do enough more to be worth it. So,
Yeah, it's always
Katana.
an interesting trade-off. Harder to hit, even though it would do more damage.
yep. All right. So we've got a AC 24 to hit for 9 slashing,
9.
but really 4, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we do extra attack. It's going to hit for AC 19,
That will hit.
and once again for 9, but probably really 4.
4. Okay.
Seems to be the number of the night.
9.
Let's see, did it get killed?
But that is just enough to drop that one, yeah.
Ah,
Yay!
yay.
Had 4 hit points left.
All right, so yeah, she's going to hold there.
Okay. So we are at Matisse, our Diva Paladin.
Okay. Paladin. Okay. Attack on Titan.
Spank your mummy.
Yes, I'm
Wow.
going to spank existence, hopefully. Okay, so that is going to be 21 to hit.
That will hit.
And that's going to be for 12.
12. You blade that one with your magical laser sword.
Okay. And next one. That's going to be 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And that's going to be for 14.
14. You drop that one.
All right. That's the end of me.
Whoa, somebody killed your character?
No, that's the end of my attackings for the moment.
All right, and then Ruffian tries to bonk somebody on the head.
Lily.
Connects for 3 damage bonk. And we are back up to Janie, Kalashtar, Sorceress.
She's like, hold please.
Sorry,
tasty
I'm chewing.
foods. Tasty
Try
foods.
not to crunch on microphone.
I appreciate it, Sarah. I appreciate it.
I'm going to ask how many more mummies I can singe.
Well, we'll do another 3,
Okay.
including the one that's damaged.
Burning
Burn
hands.
it.
Burning hands, okay.
Burninate.
Burninating the countryside.
Exburninate. Exburninate. Okay. So it's a Dex save 14.
Dex save 14. Okay, G. H. Okay. They all failed.
16.
16.
Nice.
I did not wild surge. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Close.
For the listeners, Sarah, Wild Surge is on a 4 or less. So, let's see. So those 3 mummies, they're burned very badly, but they're still up.
Very badly burned.
badly burned. All right. So Strax, Hobgoblin Artificer.
All right. Shoot at the one that's one of the ones that's very badly burned.
Yeah. There's three bloodied mummies. 3 that are at less than half their maximum hit points.
Cocked.
Cocked.
Are they bloody or are
Yeah.
they singy?
AC 11.
Right,
11 will hit.
11.
11 will hit. Really?
At least
That
they
was
can
for-
be hit easily. Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
That was for minimum damage again, 5.
5. The bolt shoots through its head, and you see some like weird, like dust poof out of the back of its head as it falls down.
Oh,
I shout at the mummy, "Who's your daddy?" Yeah. Holy crap. Okay. AC 14 on the next one.
That will hit.
For 9.
9. Okay. And you drop that one. The second
I dropped
crossbow
that
bolt.
one. So, pew, pew, pew. Third one. Probably. Assuming there's no more that have been damaged.
There's one more that's been damaged. Yeah.
Okay. Shoot that one too.
Okay.
AC 11 again
That hits.
for another 9.
And the 9.
9.
You drop that one as well.
Hey, that was a really good
Boom.
1-2 punch from you and I.
Yeah, that worked well.
like
Yeah.
you guys are a team or something.
Brother and sister team.
We are a team 2, though.
We are.
And so then the constructs are dodging.
Yep.
Okay. So then we go to the mummies. And the one addressed to Sanfa says, "I will get reinforcements," and runs off as the rest of the mummies sort of try to basically interpose themselves between him and the group. So the other 3 remaining mummies are going to fight to the death against the party while the Sanfa runs off. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to say somebody who doesn't get attacked. So 1, 2, 3, 4 around the corner. So Matisse will not get attacked on this round, and there'll be 1 attack on the remaining 3 of the party members. So we'll start with the wisdom save on Jane.
It's a 20 on the dice, so
Okay, you definitely
Fine.
failed it.
Yeah, sorry. Before it matters, I've been forgetting to remind you about the 3 temporary hit points you've been getting at the start of each of your rounds, Janie.
oh,
From heroism.
Yeah. So just at the start of each of your turns, your temporary hit points resets to 3.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I just rolled a 1 and a 20, by the way.
Oh.
Same time.
The dichotomy.
You failed and succeeded all in the same.
Alpha and the omega.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry, 4 temporary hit points, not 3.
first mummy attacks Janie with disadvantage with SDR1 interposing. As AC 11. This is Janie,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And then, so you go around Arvine, wisdom save, and then 1 regular attack on you.
Wisdom save is going to be a 14.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
AC 17 to hit.
Dang, that is exactly what it needs. Okay.
Okay, so you take 7 bludgeoning and 11 necrotic.
But really 5. So 12 total.
And Constitution saving throw, please.
Yay, temporary hit points. At least there's that. Okay. Alright, Constitution save is 20.
Okay, so you're good. And then wisdom save on Strax and regular attacks. From the
Wisdom save is 9.
9. Okay, so you're feared until the end of the mummy's next turn.
I am not.
You have immune to fear?
I am immune to fear because of heroism.
Oh, awesome. AC 10 is probably going to miss you.
AC 10 is going to miss me.
All right. Move on to.
Been waiting the
Arvine's.
whole game to say that. You're feared. No, I'm not.
Yay, Hobgoblin! For the win!
Just because of the heroism spell that I cast from the first round.
Oh,
Move on to Arvine, SMR Fighter.
okay. Is one of those guys bloody? Or two of those guys
no,
bloody?
none of them have been damaged.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. So she doesn't have disadvantage on anybody. She'll just pick one of them and start wailing on them. So, katana swing on one. A hit for AC 17.
That hits.
It's going to hit for 10 slashing, but really 5.
Got it.
Katana
slash.
Swing the other one, or the bonus attack one around. Or not bonus attack, but the extra attack. Different thing. Words. AC 13 to hit.
That hits.
For another 10, but really 5.
Okay.
And then she is going to do her bonus attack offhand swing with the opposite katana.
Okay. Slash, then offhand slash.
AC 20.
Yep.
And that'll be for 6, but really 3 slashing.
Okay, the third hit bloodies that one.
Okay. And that's it. She is good.
Okay. Matisse, do you have a paladin?
All right. Let's see.
So one of them is bloodied.
Okay.
I assume you attack
So-
that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so that's going to be 14 to hit that one,
Definitely.
and that's going to be for 10.
10, you drop that one.
Okay. Let's see. Second attack. Next one near me. Oops. You're gonna roll that again.
Thanks, throwing dice across the room.
Yes. Okay, so that's going to be 18 to hit that one,
That definitely connects.
and for 12.
12!
Actually, it's 13 because it's plus 7 now. So
Okay.
Math. Mathing. With math ability.
it did hurt a whole lot.
I feel like this is still too early for all of us.
So you
I'm
bloody
wonder-
that, you bloody that
Praise.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna use a divine smite. All right, so
Greg, don't
an A.
forget. Don't forget. You're supposed to use that when you say that you hit, not after I give you the D.
oh, gotcha. So I won't this time.
Okay.
Did you extra attack already, Greg?
Yes.
I'm zoned out. I'm not paying
Yeah,
attention.
he killed one and bloodied another one because he's
Nice
got,
job,
'cause
Matisse.
the laser sword is not effective. by
Good
the-
shit.
All right, I
Damage
pass my
resistance.
turn to the
Good
next
shit.
person.
All right, so that would be Ruffian, who's going to try to bonk somebody on the head.
Doink.
Cocked. Miss.
Janie needs to give Ruffian quarterstaff training.
Training on how to hit
Then we're
things.
Big
back up
time. My
to-
quarterstaff has taken out a lot of people so
It
far.
has. It has. It is your
Yeah.
turn, Janie. There are only 2 left, and 1 is bloodied.
That's what I used to love about Rael when
Left
I
one
used to-
bloodied, eh? Well, let's take out
the
some
Gandalf.
fun. And throw some little darts their way.
Okay.
So, let's see. 4 darts coming at. I'm going to throw 2 at each.
Okay. Magic missile.
First
Yes,
2 darts at the
magic
bloody
beast.
First 2 darts hit the bloody dude. That's going to be 8.
Okay, the bloody dude dies.
Technically 9, but
Oof.
oops.
3 die.
Or I should say it was destroyed.
Right? They're not really dead. And another 9 at the other one.
9 at the other.
Nice.
Doesn't quite bloody that one.
And I didn't wild surge.
Okay. So then we go to Janie's brother, Strax, Hobgoblin Artificer.
Okay, the sunny guy. You said he's starting to run away?
He's already gone at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How far can he move around?
60 feet.
So I should be okay because I have a spell that has a 60-foot range that can
Yeah,
stop him.
he ran down around a corridor.
Around a corner.
Yes, this is a hallway.
He's
There are ways that
he
go right and left.
basically
Okay.
out
there
of
are,
line
there
of
are all
sight.
kinds of passageways around here. He ran down and around a corner.
Okay. How far away is that corner?
That corner is like 40 feet.
Okay. Then I
There's also a hall
will.
across from that one too.
Yep. Okay. Then what I will do is I will burn my action point to take the dash action.
Okay.
Where's my equipment? Yep, action point. And go ahead and dash down the hall. I'll take whatever opportunity attacks that affords me.
Well, there's only 2 left, so we'll say you can avoid it.
Okay. Dash down the hall. So I can dash after him. Do I see him when I go around? Can I chase him down until a point where I can see him?
You go around the corner, you see more corridors, and that's it.
Oh, you're just being mean now. All right. All right, fine. Turn back around, and I'll just have to take pot shots at the 2 that are remaining.
Okay. One is bloodied.
Because I have a web spell. And that would
I'm
have
sorry.
stopped him.
There's only 1 left, and it's not bloody. But,
Okay.
but it's been damaged.
So 1 bloody, 1 not bloody.
No, there's only
Okay.
1 left,
And it's not bloody.
and
Okay.
it's not bloody.
Then pew pew pew. Fire number 1. AC 19 for 10.
You bloody him.
Bloody him. Fire number 2. AC 11
11 hits.
for 8.
8, and you drop that one.
And poof. Okay.
Which brings us out of combat. So there is a cell. There's a whole bunch of cells around you. You're basically in a corridor full of cells. And there is a scared-looking human male in the cell directly next to where you guys are. And he sees that you've basically defeated all of these, and he says, quick, let me out. I can find us someplace to hide. The Sanfa will be back with reinforcements soon.
All right. I think we should just run now. Let's go.
Strax, I'll help you pick the lock.
You can't help me pick a lock.
All right. Well, then, Strax, if you want me to fumble around picking a lock, I'm not running. I'm letting him out.
You're so difficult. Fine. All right. So.
So Strax is lockpicking.
So, bring out the lock. Bring out the thieves' tools. Go to work on the lock. Let's see. That's 7, 8,
Mathing is hard.
Mathing is hard. I get a lot of things out of here. Let's see. Because I am proficient in it and I have tools, but I'm not an expert in it yet, am I?
You are proficient in taking a long time. You're an expert in taking a long time.
Yes, I am. It works.
Chris
I've worked
is an
really hard to
expert
become
at
so.
his butt,
Thank
his
you.
face and his mom.
Basically, I am looking to try to find a way to get a better number than 10.
Gotcha.
You're saving face work for something like this, or did you already use it?
Oh, yes, good call. I always keep forgetting about that. So, yes, once before rest, miss with attack or fail.
Which is ironic, seeing as he needs it to save face.
Or fail an ability check or a saving throw. I have to know if 10 is a failure or not.
It is a failure, yeah.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and add 5 to that.
Okay. That is a success.
Okay.
Yeah, nice job, Stress.
Thank you, Kate.
So you
okay.
pick the lock, and the human comes out, and he says, quick, follow me this way. And he kind of ushers you down a whole bunch of different corridors and passageways, and then brings you into an area that you think is some kind of a storage area. There's lots of wooden crates piled everywhere. And he brings you back into an area where you can basically take cover, where nobody can clearly see where you all are. And he says, who are you?
The question is, who are you?
My name is Alton. I was a crewman on a ship called the Astral Scudder. And we were captured 3 days ago while en route to the Rock of Brawl. Over the last 3 days, one by one, the crewmates and myself, they were taken for mummification.
Do you know what these creatures are?
Mummies.
Besides mummies, like, do you know, like what world do they come from? Like, we'd never heard anything about this until we heard about the pyramid ship. We actually came from the rock ourselves. We were going to investigate what this thing was.
I don't know. We saw the ship and didn't know what it was, and we decided to we decided to try to see what the ship was all about, and we came into the air envelope, and then we couldn't escape, and then we tried to speak to them, and they just basically took us prisoner and started turning the crew into mummies.
Sounds like we should steal all the gold, blow up the ship, and get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, well, and how does the air envelope thing work? Have you overheard anything in your days being here that might help us that we have a craft at the docks that we could use to get away if we could get back there? And we have a ship waiting outside the air envelope too. We could contact them.
Well, I've listened to the guards that patrol the cells. I've understood over the last 3 days the way that the sort of like society, the groups on the ship, the way they work is that they have embalmers who have gold and green headdresses, and they have acolytes who wear green sashes and they assist the embalmers. There are mummies called Kalasi who wear a yellow sash, and they're sort of like the manual laborers. There's the Ankana, which wear blue sashes, and they're the warrior types. And you guys all, the ones that you were fighting in the hallway, all had the blue sashes.
Can't say much for their warriors.
And he says, and the Sanfa, the ones with the gold and blue headdress, they are the warriors that lead the regiments of the Ankana.
Oh, so that was a rank, not a name. All right.
Yes, that was a rank. It wasn't a name.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He also mentions that a couple of his crewmates contracted some kind of a disease fighting against the mummies, and they slowly became worse and worse, and then died, and their bodies turned to dust.
Sounds unpleasant.
Which was the Constitution save that you were all making.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why didn't they take you? What made you so special they didn't take you yet to put you through the process?
They were taking people from our cells every day. I just happened to be the last one.
Okay.
Lucky you.
Roll of the odds.
Well,
Okay. I think
I think we can take a break here, at least for a moment. collect
Yeah, I
our
think we-
thoughts and
Hide out.
if things get interesting.
Did you ask him about the air envelope, Kate?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
She did.
Yes, I did.
He says, I overheard one of the Sanfa saying something about a power source, that there's something in the pyramid that controls the air envelope, so they can basically turn it off so things can pass from the inside out. I don't know where it is, though.
Okay. I wonder, does anybody in our party have magic that could locate something like that?
I don't know. Does anybody in your party have any
Let's say
magic that
locate.
could locate that?
I'm asking, yeah, that's why I'm asking the question. Listen, I don't think we run locate object as a party. That's sadly.
Well, I think you'd have to. I think you'd have to know exactly what it is too, or have some familiarity with it on some level. But I don't know. You guys don't have it, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Detect magic. That would be the only other thing with it. That has a very limited range, right?
Yeah, I have to be looking at
We'd have to
something
be right on
that.
top of it. I don't know. Do you kind of turn to the guy and say, like, from what you've seen of these guys, like, do you think it's even possible to capture one of them to try to interrogate and figure out for the energy sources?
Something, as you're talking to him, something catches his attention, and he says, "Shh, Kalasi, they're coming." So I want everybody to make stealth checks with advantage, as a group of the laborer mummies come into the area to grab some supplies.
Said with advantage?
Yes, please. With advantage.
Advantage.
Is that countered by my armor's disadvantage?
Then it would be a straight roll.
Straight roll for me. Okay.
All right, Janie.
20.
20, all right. Matisse.
You're muted.
23.
Nice. Arvine.
17.
17, okay. Strax.
9.
9, okay.
Before you... no, that'd be too out of character. I'd be a little too meta. Never mind.
Okay.
Just let me know if they seem to suspect, if they like come to investigate. I would like to be able to react to that. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, if they start to move in your direction, you can identify that, certainly. So I need you to make stealth checks for your constructs.
Oh, right.
It's not very good at taking track of.
Are those with advantage?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Let's see. SDO1 got a 19. GH88. That was cocked.
They almost always roll well, the constructs.
Got a 10.
10, okay. All right, so the Colossi mummies, the laborer mummies come in and they take some things out of crates. They take out some wrappings. They take out what look like maybe some sort of incense. Bags of some kind of granular material. You're not really sure exactly what it is, but the way the bags kind of move and they flick them over their shoulder, you think there's some kind of like granular contents inside the bag, and then they leave. So you're now alone in this big storage area once again.
Cool.
The DC wasn't really high on that one, so
Okay.
Okay.
you guys have lots of cover.
I'm gonna look at Strax and say, you want to just do a quick check-in with Hal, and then do we want to either just hide here, or maybe the little dimensional thing you can create to take a short rest before we move on and try to see if we can find a stone? Or does anybody else have other ideas?
Well, we don't know, first of all, if they're going to be able to hear us communicating with the ship, so maybe that might not be the best plan to do.
Well, they were able to hear us when we were inside the envelope. So it stands to reason that they'll probably be able to hear us from inside the pyramid.
I'm talking about the enemy. I'm saying
Talking about us talking in the middle of a room that people
Right.
might be coming in and out of.
Well, we whisper like we've been doing here, talking anyway. So
But my biggest concern is that we have to find some place or some way to figure out where this is so we could destroy the ship. Otherwise, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing to other people. So we have to stop them.
He didn't say that it would destroy the ship. He said that it would take down the air envelope so we can escape.
I still like to blow up the ship.
I like the idea of destroying the ship, but I don't know if we'll be that lucky. Yeah. But I still think we should tell Hal that we've encountered an enemy race so that they don't potentially bumble into the air bubble trying to investigate what's happened to us. So at least they know to stay out.
I mean, with the volume that you're talking now, there's no reason why you can't talk at the same volume with Hal.
Maybe they've heard of this race. I don't know.
Well, it's not like they don't know we're here, so might as well. Hey, Hal.
Yes, Trax?
Hey, just checking in, letting you know we're still alive. They
That's
can't
good,
find
Strax.
it. Yep. You might want to make sure that you keep the ship away from this thing. We don't want the crew to get mummified.
Mummified Strax?
Yeah. Or apparently we found ourselves a city ship full of mummies, and we're trying to not become one of them for right now. So I'll keep you posted.
Thank you, Strax. I'll tell Braun.
So,
So you guys tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. As for hopping up into my little dimension to rest in, I'd rather not. If we can do it, I can only do that one more time, and I'd rather we'll try to save it for when we really need it.
Okay. I mean, Arvine is not bloody, but she's looking pretty rough.
But we can
So-
still. I
Can
we still try
spend
to take a break.
some
and
points to heal if I need to.
No,
Worst case scenario, I'll pop it open if we need to, but
Yeah.
but I think we should try without it first.
I kind of put a hand on Matisse's arm and say, Matisse, I know you well enough to know that healing ability you have can also cure diseases. And that disease that our friend here has described sounds pretty terrible. So I would hold your resources for that in case we need it. I mean, if we take a short rest, whether we hide or not, we could use hit dice. How many people could stand to heal besides me? If it's just me, I'd say we move on and we'll deal with it.
I could use a break.
Okay. So I kind of
I'm
turned.
like 16 hit points down.
I turned to the guy and said, "Do you think that we could probably hide in this room safely for about an hour, just so we can recover?"
I think we're just gonna have to try.
Yeah.
Okay. So get
Been
back
in a cell for
So
God knows.
anyway, moving on. Let's try for a short rest.
far into the corners we can get.
Okay. So short rest. So I'm going to have you all make another stealth check, another group stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
As another group comes in during that time period that you're trying to rest.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
an advantage.
Okay.
Worse than last time.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh no.
That's not good.
I don't like the sound of that.
I rolled 2 6s. That's a 10.
It's all right. It's better than my 3.
11 for me.
Okay.
18.
And that's because I have a +5, so that saves me from having just rolled just a 6.
Yeah.
And 18.
Nice.
Okay, 18
I
for
apparently
Janie.
don't snore.
Janie's 18. Greg, you were what again?
11.
11. Kate, you were 10.
Yep.
John,
then the
you were 3.
And the
constructs,
constructs?
SDO1 is 13, and GH88 is an 18.
Okay. Constructs just stand there and
Healthy
don't make any noise.
constructs.
Yep.
So you don't draw the attention of the Colossi that come in again.
Good thing they're dumb.
Okay.
All right, so hit dice.
Good
So
will always win.
You get
because
through a
evil
short
is
rest.
dumb.
Okay, I got to roll hit dice. Hang on here.
Yeah, let's see. Roll, hit,
Which is up to 5d10 if I need it.
short rest.
Let's see, with the con modifier. That's 11.
You may have other features. Take a look at your sheets to see if there's anything you have that resets on a short rest. I'm not sure what that would be, but I know that monks' key points reset on a short rest, and warlock spell slots reset on a short rest.
And I haven't used any spells, so I should be good on that.
Does your second wind reset, Kate, or is that a long rest thing?
My second wind resets, yeah.
Jenny, do you get sorcerer points back? Sorcery
No.
points back? No.
No. But I can use hit dice, which I'm going to do.
Spend some hit
Short
dice.
rest.
Hit dice. Got
Die.
3 hit
15
die.
points back, so that's awesome.
Okay, I
Yeah.
get my saving grace back. I get mine. I'm back up to 40.
Okay.
Yeah, my sorcery points only come back on a long rest.
The temporary hit points you had, you had her gone.
Oh, okay.
Jenny.
No worries. I'm almost to full anyway.
I kind of turn while we're resting to Matisse as we're wrapping up and say, "Do you think, with all the evils that have been done in this place, like I wonder if your memory ability would show something about them, when they first started, when
You
they
would have to be in a
Brought-
specific room.
the power source in? I don't know. It would be a bit of a gamble as far as if something of importance happened right near us
Yeah.
or not.
As far as I feeling, I think it has to be something where some great emotional toil has happened, and I don't believe that that's happened, at least here from my perspective, that I feel. So
Yeah,
maybe as we
so-
go, maybe something will strike me that might
Yeah.
assist us somehow.
Something to consider. Okay.
So I will be mindful of that.
Yeah. Kind of look
All
at
right,
everybody
well.
else and say, what direction do you think we should set out? I look at our little
Oh.
friend. What's his name again?
His name is
Right
Alton.
there. Alton.
Like all
Strax kind of looks at some of these boxes, stuff like that. You see his wraps and incense and stuff like that. I wonder if we can make our navigating through this city of mummies a little bit easier.
blend in.
Yeah, we could try.
I could just see your constructs being wrapped up.
Little creepy dog.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
I think it would be,
I'm hoping that they'll pass just because they're mechanical.
it'd be hard for a 7-foot blue chick to try to do it.
Well, if we wrap you fully in gauze, nobody will be able to see that you're blue.
Yeah, wrapped in gauze, a little bit of incense to disguise, make us smell like a mummy.
Mummify me!
Do they
Mummify me!
Are there any
I
extra
know they smell, but
sashes,
do they
Chris,
smell?
so that we could put on sashes that are like blue to indicate that we're warriors, so that our weapons hopefully don't stand out as much?
Well, are you looking in the crates? You have to tell me
Yeah.
what's going on. I have no idea what's happening right now.
I would. Arvine would start looking through the crates to see if she can't find any sashes. Like we know we saw them take the wraps out of certain crates, so we know where that is.
Okay, so
But,
make an investigation check.
Sure.
And I'm helping you with that.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to make it with advantage, you can do that.
Okay. Actually, Strax,
Unless you'd rather help me.
I'll help you with investigation. I'm better on the perception side,
Okay.
looking rather than touching.
20.
20. Okay. So, what you find in this room is you basically find more of the same of what you saw the Colossi taking out, which is this seems to be a storage area for the different sorts of things that they use to embalm people. There's these weird liquids. There's a lot of like sawdust. There are different kinds of like spices and like incense and things, and there's wraps, and there's a little bit of jewelry here and there. You don't see any of the sashes or headdresses that essentially mark the mummies. It seems to be specifically those things are not in this room.
Strax, question for you. Do you think that we can make maybe some portable incendiary devices possibly with what we have in here?
And
What can the artificer artifice?
Sawdust is
the
very
artifice-
flammable.
Yeah. I mean,
You want to make like Molotov cocktails? Like,
Fire making devices, because we've seen that fire is awesome, JD. Yeah.
We need to burninate them all. And if we can start some distractions by setting things on fire, that would help us out.
And
quite a bit.
otherwise, I take some of the wraps and kind of go to Matisse and say, here, let me at least start covering all your armor with the fabric, so at least you don't stand out as much.
I mean, it would.
Everybody else. Yeah.
As for whether or not Strax could do it, it would mostly be at this point. I mean, I have Tinker's tools and proficiency in them. It would just be a question of whether or not the materials are on hand.
Yeah, if you had detonators on you, right, then that would be like you could make sawdust bombs or something. It's tricky.
Okay, so you guys rested, you guys investigated, and you found lots of mummification stuff
Yeah,
that didn't include the markings of the individual types of mummies.
But I think we're still wrapping everybody up to make them look more mummy-like, because we agree with Strax that that's a great idea.
Okay, so you're all trying to disguise yourselves as mummies.
Yep.
Okay.
And I guess the question is, are there materials on hand to make like any kind of like little Molotov cocktails? I mean, there's flammable oils, and I guess I don't know if there are any
Sawdust.
bottles on hand.
Well, I mean,
there's certainly
they don't tend to use flammable oils in the construction of the mummies.
Why not?
That
Oils
would
are
seem like a
flammable.
bad idea.
If the properties, though,
Oh.
we don't know, the fluids, if they could be
Yeah,
flammable,
like
possibly.
the reason why the mummies are vulnerable to the flame curse could be that because they're saturated with these oils and powders and everything that they use to dry them
I
out.
think it's more likely that they've got bandages on, actually.
Because of the wraps. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Let John and I go down the rabbit
Stop
hole, okay?
tracking, guys!
Damn
you have Matisse trying to go down there too, which I
I'm all
don't
for
normally do.
creativity, but when you're stretched out past Gumby and Pokey,
I don't know.
But John and Greg and I enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm on Team Boom right now, so
I know, I'm just giving you a hard time. Jesus
Love
Christ.
you.
Okay, so again, keep in mind that you're going to have a dog wrapped in wraps.
Well, I was thinking of just not having them wrapped up, just leaving the constructs as constructs,
The
because
serpents. Yeah.
I mean, I would assume that, I mean, at least Strax would make the assumption that, mechanical machines aren't something that can be mummified, but they probably are not unique.
I kind of look at
so let me give you maybe a little bit more of a picture as to what has happened. I mean, since you docked and you were taken by that group to see Rothotep, you spent a lot of time moving through this entire city-sized pyramid ship, and what you saw during that time, like you've probably been in here now for probably close to 2 hours, which includes the short rest you just took. So, during probably like the 30 or 40 minutes that you were being brought all around and up and down and to the cells and stuff like that, you essentially saw just mummies. You saw mummies, you saw work areas. You think maybe there are floors that are dedicated to the embalming process, and you didn't see anything like SDO1 or GH88. You didn't see any sort of constructs or anything like that. No automatons, no constructs. It was mummies. It was lots of carvings in the walls. Statues of different figures, and areas dedicated to different functions. Some areas had mummies that were training for battle, and again, some areas were for embalming, and some seemed to be more like ship operations and things like that. So it's reasonable to assume that the constructs are going to stick out. Because you've seen nothing else like that here anywhere in the time
Well,
you've
we
been
could
here.
I kind of
still wrap them up then. Give it a try.
You could wrap up GH88 and he'd probably pass. SDO1 Yeah, I mean, either could we make him look more like one of their godlike statues of the dogs, or if he
Maybe we can put
hides
him in the sack.
Is
I
there
was just gonna
space
say, can
in
we
your
put him in a
sack
portable
to
hole,
hide?
or-
Is there space in your sack to have him hide, and then he could hop out if we get
There's
him?
always space in John's sack.
Cue sack jokes.
I don't know. I don't think a bag of holding works that way. I think you have to actually have something that fits in through the mouth of the bag.
Oh, why don't you read it?
Yeah. You
I don't
can
know.
put
Oh,
pretty
let's find
big
it.
things. Yeah, the space is quite large.
Oh, the space
It's
inside.
bigger on the inside.
John's sack's pretty big.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just going off memory where we've had other campaigns where putting people in a bag of holding was a serious conversation.
Well, no, that was at
was a
portable
portable
hole. A little
Okay.
bit different.
The portable hole.
I thought in
stretch.
points of light we had a bag of
It
holding
got
in the
bigger.
conversation. Maybe I'm wrong.
John's
now
portable hole is pretty
hole's
big.
getting bigger now. Okay. Holes stretched to the limit.
Chris's butt is a portable hole.
For poop, yeah.
True.
It's a one-way holder.
Our baby is going to have a portable
The
hole.
official description-
Lots of poop
Yeah.
production.
Go ahead, John.
The official description does not say. It just talks about the interior of the bag. The bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep.
So STO1 should be able to
Which
squeak
can
us
hold
through
up to
that.
500 pounds.
A 2-foot diameter tube is sizable enough for any person, or probably a smaller mid-sized dog to get through.
Could
Even a
a
large dog.
medium-sized creature squeeze
Yeah.
through that?
A mid-sized.
A 2-foot hole. I can tell you I've crawled down an 18-inch torpedo tube. So
Oh.
my answer to that would be yes, but that's real-world meta stuff. So it's up to Chris.
I would say it would take a little bit of effort, but you could probably
Shove him in! Shove him in!
you could probably shove him in there.
It's
He's
that or
not
we-
coming in. He's not coming out quickly.
It's that, or we
Wow.
wrap him up
That's
as
all
a
she said.
we can wrap him up as a
Double
dog
mint.
dummy and make his ears look more pointed and make him look more Egyptian.
Then
Those are
how would
kind of
how would we
the two-
move him?
Well,
He'd
we
still
can-
have to walk.
He'd have to walk. Yes, so it might draw more attention.
Oh, he
That's-
can't walk
That's the worry.
Oh, so
Yeah, so probably hiding him is still safer.
Lube him up and
Well,
shove him in.
we can give it a try. What else have I actually? So you can hold up to.
See his butt, and his
Actually,
feet sticking out
bag
the
can
end of
hold
the
to
thing.
500 pounds. How much does it weigh?
He shouldn't weigh that much. Let's see.
He's solid steel, honey.
Yeah,
He probably weighs a lot.
he's a medium-sized creature, but solid steel.
Medium-sized metal creature. He probably weighs more than 500 pounds. And if we try to stuff him in
Okay.
the bag, we destroy the bag.
Okay, so then the best bet is that we wrap him to look like.
Hold
and I
on,
start.
hold on. I don't know that a dog-sized construct would weigh 500 pounds.
Big dog, medium-sized creature.
Medium-sized creature, yeah. I was thinking maybe he might weigh 300 pounds. I mean, isn't there a weight on GH88? Didn't I put a weight on?
On GH88,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I put a weight in his description, just for reference point.
Use it as a comparable.
5'8" and 200 pounds.
200 pounds.
Is what you said GH88 is.
200
Right.
pounds is a fairly densely built being at 5'8". Yes, that's yeah.
Right.
Alright.
So I mean, SDO1 wouldn't be probably any more volume, overall than GH88. So I would say that he would be able to fit inside the bag holding.
Okay, we just couldn't get him out quickly. All right, well,
I don't see.
all
any
right,
other choice.
SDO1, get in the sack.
Sorry, puppy. Kind of put a comforting hand on Janie's shoulder.
Do you have anything else in the bag at the moment?
He has airplane ears.
No, I don't think I have anything else in the bag at the moment.
I pack enough extra wraps that if we do have to wrap STO1 at some point, that we have it. So I put
That's a
that in my
That's all right.
sack.
Okay, I gotta
All
go.
right, we have spent
My pack.
now that we have spent way too much time on this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a time limit here
Being
to make
cool
it
role
fun.
playing. Okay, so we I kind of quick question. I look at Alta and say, did you meet this Rathotap figure up at the top of the pyramid too?
Unfortunately, just my captain met him.
Okay. We did.
Oh, well.
Chris, if I think back in my recall of being in that space up at the top of the pyramid, was there any glowing crystally thing or something like that I could remember from being in that space, like something that would potentially be the energy source?
Well, there are all kinds of control panels and switches and things.
Too
all over the
ornate.
place.
Never mind. Okay, I didn't know if there was like something obvious, like on a dais or something that I would remember. So okay, all right.
Just Rathata was sort of
Okay.
like thrown.
If we need like the sashes and stuff, maybe we can just wait for the next group of workers to come in here, ambush them, and take their sashes.
We could do that.
We could, but it would be wasting time that we could be finding the controls for the shield. What do the rest of you guys think?
Well, a little bit of time spent now.
I'm not
give us a lot of time
opposed to
later.
it. How soon will those workers be missed, I guess?
How frequently roughly did they come in?
They probably came in about an hour apart.
Okay. I'm not opposed to
By
it.
the time we get
ambushing the
ourselves
next
all wrapped
set.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, we could ambush the next set and take the sashes and then hide the body. Well, the bodies go to dust, right? So that'll be...
Okay. So
sounds like a plan.
SDO1 is in the bag of holding.
That's
You
the one.
guys are all wrapped up,
Mm-hmm.
and you tried your best to disguise yourselves as mummies.
Yeah.
And now your plan is to wait to ambush some of the Colossi mummies.
The workers, yeah.
The workers.
Okay.
'Cause hopefully they're crunchy.
Okay. So you wait around for probably again close to another hour, and a group of the Colossi come in to grab some more supplies.
Okay.
So let's have all of you make stealth checks again in order to see if you were able to surprise them.
Okay.
With advantage or?
Yes. Well, as long as you're behind the crates.
As long as you're behind the crates.
If
Okay.
you're like
So still
standing out
regular
there
army,
but-
dressed as mummies, then no.
Yeah.
At least it's not disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, much
No,
better.
I'm behind the crates. Oh, nice.
Janie,
14.
14. And Matisse,
17.
17. Okay. And Arvine
24.
and Strax
18 and GH88
and JJ.
is 21.
No, okay. So you have no trouble basically disguising yourselves and basically setting an ambush for the Colossi that come in. So then we will go into combat, and you guys will all get to go first, and the Colossi will not go until the second round.
Okay. As a matter of positioning, Chris, if it was possible, Arvine would probably have tried to stage herself behind crates so that she could step out into the doorway and basically cut off a path of retreat from the storeroom.
That's fine.
Okay.
But
Okay.
just, the place where you're ambushing them is deep within this room.
Okay.
So, are you over by the door, or are you with them in the ambush?
I guess with them in the ambush, but towards the door.
Okay.
Like on the side of the group.
Between them and the door.
Yes, thank you, John. Words. My pregnant lady brain.
So we're essentially surrounding them.
You're surrounded.
Okay. So, initiative, Janie.
Oh, der. 11.
11.
Matisse,
21.
21. Arvine
17.
and Strax.
16.
And Ruffian. So I'm 8.
Alton's
Yeah.
probably hiding in the corner.
Yeah, he is cowering. And mummies. Okay. So the initiative order, although the mummies won't be in the first round, are Matisse, mummies, Arvine, Strax, Janie, Ruffian. So we will start with Matisse, our diva paladin.
Okay, so I go 2 attacks on the first one I see. Okay, so that's 20 to hit,
20 will hit.
and that's going to be for 9.
9. Okay.
And attack number 2. That's going to be AC 19.
I'll hit.
And that's going to be for 10.
10. That one seems to be barely holding on. Then we go to Skip the Mummy's RV.
Okay. Swing on the one that Matisse already heavily damaged.
Okay.
How many are there, did you say?
There's 6 of them.
Okay. So that'll be, let's see here, 20, conveniently, 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
That's right, dice for damage I get too. Yes, that's not great. 7 slashing.
Okay, so you drop the one that Matisse had bloodied.
Okay. So then I swing on another one, whoever would be closest to being able to run out the door. It's going to be for AC 17
It connects.
for 6 slashing.
Very 3.
Okay, so they're still resistant, even the worker class. Good to know.
Yeah.
And then whip up with the offhand attack.
Okay.
And that's a 1 on the dice. So getting used to the wrappings. Slip and miss.
All right, Strax.
All right.
Goblin Artificer.
Oh, the one that's already been hurt.
All right.
I guess so. Fire missile number 1.
Fire muscle number 1.
22
Hit.
for 9.
9. Bloodied.
Fire missile number 2. 24
24 hits.
for 8.
8. Goes down.
All right. And move on to the next one. Fire
Move on
missile
to the
number 3. Flying dice.
Don missed his dice
21.
tray again.
21.
For 7.
7. Okay.
Bam, bam, bam.
Good job. There we go to Janie, Kalashtar Sorceress.
Whoosh. Burning
Whoosh.
hands.
Burning hands.
Dexterity saving
Save.
throw.
Fail. Fail. Fail.
Ooh, yucky damage. 6. Fire.
6
Aw.
fire. Okay, you burn up one of them and you bloody 2 of them.
It was a 4, a 1, and a 1. Sorry.
That's okay. Still did
Wild
good.
Surge.
Oh.
Oh,
no! Well, at least she has the option to reselect if it's something really bad.
Still settling. Still settling.
I miss watching the D100 roll. Aw.
Okay, it's a 23.
Okay, what do we got?
Duh. My skin turns a vibrant shade of blue.
You can't see it under the wrappings. So.
A remove curse spell can end this effect. Hey, Matisse, we match!
You can't. You're covered in wraps though. You can't see your skin.
Janie turned into a Smurf.
I feel weird. And turn.
Just don't start going la 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 la.
All right, Ruffian tries to bonk that guy, and he does. For...
Done with wild search for a while.
And then back up to Matisse.
Matisse.
It's who's there? One left.
There are 3 left. 2 are bloodied.
Okay, so I'll go hit one of the bloody ones with an attack.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be 22 to hit
Hit.
for 10.
Dead. Or
Okay,
destroyed.
next bloody one.
Destroyed.
Critical.
Wow.
It's gonna be some overkill if that dude was already bloody.
He's already bloody.
Pasted.
That's 3 extra dice.
Why is it 3 extra dice?
Oh, 1 extra dice. That's right.
Yeah, one extra.
Okay, so that is going to be for 11.
11. Okay.
11th.
because I rolled a 1.
So I'm just going to say you all cut that last one down.
Okay.
It doesn't take much time. You cut them all down, and you basically have the sashes that the Colossi wear now.
Good. And I can use mending to heal the burns. The burns on the sashes. No.
Because I went.
Mending is a great spell. It's awesome.
Can you turn me not blue?
So
While
you are all disguised as the worker class of mummies.
Okay.
And what I would like is for all of you to make a deception check for me.
Oh boy.
With advantage?
Deception.
Because we got the
Advantage?
sashes?
No, this is just straight.
Oh boy.
Hey, what dice is going to be nice to me
That's
right
not
now?
going to go well.
No, that's not going to go well.
Yeah.
I got an 8, so
Oh,
I got a 13.
Oh, I got a 22. What do you know?
well, I wouldn't think it would work for me being a tall blue thing.
Well, there are mummies of
Procedures?
different heights, Greg.
Yeah, they're all different races that these people
Well-
have been capturing.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
just
Did
taking
you-
this from my mind's perspective.
Janie, what was your deception?
24.
Nice.
I
High
have
five, girls.
I have proficiency in deception, so.
Do you want me to roll for GH88?
Yes, please.
Plus charisma 0, 12.
12. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, I suppose Alton should also make a deception check.
And
Yeah. Arvine kind of looks at Alton and asks, do you have any fighting skill at all? I have some extra weapons I could give you if you do.
He says, I was just a general laborer. I mean, I could try.
Okay, I'll hand him one of my wakazashis, just that he has something to defend himself with.
Okay, he reaches for the blade end of it.
Oh no!
Don't give it to him.
He kind of sighs and flips the handle around and makes sure he takes the handle.
Oh,
Here.
sorry, right, of course.
here, I got a spare shield too. You can borrow that. Keep him
Okay.
alive. Or making it easier to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. Not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. Baka. Whatever.
Baka!
What about Ruffian?
Right, Ruffian. Yep. Ruffian.
All right. Well, let's see what we got. Remember to shamble.
Okay, so there actually isn't enough sashes for everybody because there's 7 of you.
That's all right. We can kind of hide.
So
tuck.
basically, you're gonna tuck somebody in the middle of the group.
Yeah, I'll
basically.
put Alton in the middle with. Yeah.
All right, so you've got yourself disguised. You don't really know how convincing this is going to be. You are still inside basically the warehouse storage area where they keep all of the, or they keep some of the mummification supplies. And let's see, let's have everybody make intelligence checks to sort of recall maybe like the general layout of the area around here and around where the cells were.
Okay.
Everyone just make a straight intelligence check. Add your intelligence modifier to the die roll, please. Janie, what'd you get?
13.
13. And Matisse? You're muted.
12.
12. 13, 12. Arvine?
15.
15. Strax.
20.
20. Okay.
Strax.
All right. So you kind of have a general idea of what you saw between the area of the cells and the area of this little warehouse. And there you saw some embalming rooms on the way here, where you saw what you believe to be the embalmers and the acolytes working together to mummify whoever they happen to have captured from the cells. Beyond that, you're not really sure what was. I mean, before you got to the cells, you had just gotten off basically one of those lifts, and it pretty much came into the sort of like detention cell area. So that's the limit of the knowledge of what you have in the immediate area around you. So you all tell me where you want to go, what your plan is.
Well, I'm thinking that lift is probably a first good place to start.
Yeah, I mean, my
Working off the assumption that much of these kinds of controls are probably somewhere towards the middle of the ship, because they're kind of important.
Yeah, Arvine agrees with you. I definitely think that more towards the center and possibly more towards the top. You know, I hope we don't have to go to the, quote, God's chamber himself to try to figure this out.
Although if we take him out, we could probably get a lot of answers.
I would think that they would have more of the stuff of importance towards the middle of the pyramid as well, and maybe as we go we'll find a room that has enough significance that Matisse can help to.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll find a directory along the way. That's not going to do anything from here.
Okay.
Everybody grab a crate and let's go.
So what are you doing?
Well,
Grab a crate and let's go.
The mummies weren't taking whole crates.
Well, just grab some supplies and let's go. As long as we look like we're working, nobody's going to bug us.
Yeah. Okay.
Where that's fine, but where are you going?
Gonna try to make our way back towards that elevator.
So I kind of cock an eye at Strax and say that some people might question us if we're taking embalming supplies not towards the embalming rooms.
As long as, really, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's because you're weird. Most people just don't want to be left alone.
So those magical elevator things, they are all over the ship in different areas.
Okay. So we try to make our way carefully. Like I would say, if we're not being seen by people, that being stealthy is good. But then if we're in sight, we just act like we belong there. But generally head towards the center.
Shuffle casual.
Center and start working our way upwards and checking rooms as we go.
Okay, so you're moving as much toward the center of the pyramid as possible?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you begin to make your way, and you go beyond the, you start to walk past the embalming chambers that you saw when you were running between the cell and this room, and you see inside one of the rooms that there's an elven woman who is basically strapped to a table, and she's crying out in pain, and you have heard some disturbing noises and cries of pain during your time in the cells as well, because it wasn't that far away. So do you keep on going beyond that room?
What do we see? Like how many people or beings are in there with her?
It looks like there's one embalmer and there's one acolyte. It looks like the two of them are working on this woman.
I think that
don't blow our cover. Let's go.
Arvine would want to try to find another ally. I kind of exchange look with Matisse and see.
I feel like I've already decided what's going to happen.
Okay. So are you moving towards the room and drawing your weapons? Because Arvine would
might
follow.
quite be doing so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
Arvine follows Matisse's lead.
So you move into the room and you have your supplies.
God,
Strax
I hate do-gooders.
I whisper to Strax, I have enough wrappings to wrap up one more person. Come on.
And Strax, you can go ahead and attack them and use your
all right.
Use your skills to.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's go.
Okay, so basically we try to ambush them. I'm hoping we can get somewhat of the drop.
Okay, so Matisse, you're on the front, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to make a perception check as you enter the room.
Critical. So perception. That will be 23.
23. Okay. So right as you start to go into the room, all like prepared and amped up to try to help this woman, you see the acolyte is basically taking a large, like 2 handfuls full of this woman's internal organs
Oh.
and dropping it into a bucket.
Oh.
And you see that she doesn't really seem to be moving or making any more noise.
Oh,
So I just put my hand up and stop Arvine and say,
Okay.
and I give her it's too late
Okay.
to help her
All right.
Okay, so
retreat.
One of the embalmer that's in the room kind of looks up and takes notice of you.
Yeah.
He doesn't. The embalmer doesn't seem to really react.
Yeah.
Just sort of goes back to its work, and you're able to walk out and leave the room. So.
Okay.
Okay. So you continue toward the middle, and what I want you guys to do is I want everyone to make. Let's see. Let's have you make perception checks as you get toward the center of the temple.
With advantage because I want it?
Negative.
16.
16. All right, Jenny.
20.
Oh, that's good.
Not today.
Irene.
6.
6.
Oh, jeez.
Tracks.
Wraps fell down in my eyes, and I'm just too much struggling with them. I literally rolled a 3. So I rolled a 1 on the dice.
I
my
also rolled a
passive
1 on the dice.
My passive is 12.
Okay, so Janie, you start to see these I mean, all the walls are covered with all these sort of like hieroglyphics, all these different symbols and whatnot, which you're not sure if it's a language or not, but you're pretty sure that it is some kind of a language. But I mean, it's literally covering the walls over every inch of this entire complex, and you start to notice like a pattern in certain ones, which you think are sort of like signs, like directions, like hall
street
markers.
signs?
Yeah, things like that.
A directory. Told you.
So what I would like you to do is, let's see, what kind of skills do people got? Actually, no,
I got mad skills is what I got.
why don't you make an investigation check to try to see if you can figure out something about these markers.
Okay.
If you point it out to me, I could help you.
If you want to point it out to Strax, the two of you can work together.
Well, my
and you
voice
can-
is going to come into my brother's mind, and I'm going to say,
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting you do that.
brother, I'm noticing some patterns in this. Can you help me look?
Okay, so make investigation with advantage. If you want to have Strax do it, you can. Whichever one of you wants to do it can do it.
I rolled a 17
17,
with
okay.
advantage.
With advantage, okay. All right. So between the two of you, you think about the other floors that you've been on, and you start to put some pieces together, and you think you have a general idea of what of the symbols that basically mark, like, detention area, embalming area. And you think if you were to continue to move through the temple as you are now, you would probably be able to discern what levels were for like propulsion, or defense, things very simple terms like that.
Self-destruct.
Maybe not that, but
Maybe not.
Aw.
okay. So
Yeah.
so you basically find your way to the center, and there is one of those sort of light elevators of light there in the center. Which direction do you want to go, up or down?
Do the signs around give any kind of indication, I guess?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
I say down. We were
trying to
towards the
recall,
middle of
how
the ship,
far
weren't we?
down did we go after we...
Thought it
you
was
guys
like
probably
30 floors, so.
went about a quarter of the way down.
So
So
from the
you're
top.
You're closer to the top than you are to the bottom.
So I say down.
Down sounds like it would be more towards the center of the pyramid.
I would like to go down.
All right.
Going down. Okay, so you get so you step into the corridor of light, or I should say into the beam of light that runs from floor to ceiling, and the sort of rings of light around your feet appear as you step into the air, and then you think about moving down, and all of you start to drift down together. So let's have the entire group make a perception check. Each of you make perception checks looking for these different symbols and whatnot. Assuming, Janie, that you share some of this telepathically with the rest of the group.
I suppose. And yes, I did share it telepathically because.
Okay.
I'm
I
just
figured.
like-
Awesome.
I figured.
Oh man, I am not perceptifying well today.
Perception for Janie.
It's lower than my passive, so 13.
Okay, so give me a pass. 13. Okay. Matisse.
Yep.
It's lower than my passive, so 13.
13. And Strax.
Third verse, same with the first. 12.
12. And Irene.
Again, my passive 15. I should have said that on the last check.
Okay. So
15's not a bad passive.
no, 15
No,
isn't
it's
bad.
not.
Yeah,
So you get down maybe like another 30 or 40 floors, and Arvine, you see a symbol that you haven't seen before. You don't know what it is. You haven't been able to piece it together with the group, but it's something different at least, and you know that that's not a symbol you've seen before.
Okay. So I kind of will us to stop. Is that how it works? It's like a mental thing.
Yeah. If you just
Okay.
think about it, you
So I
can
will
think
us
out
to
the things.
stop and kind of whisper to Janie and say that symbol's different. That's-
Daniel wander off the
Okay, so get off
pillar of light.
to investigate.
All right,
Yeah.
so the group gets off. So you can make investigation checks if you want to work together. You can do
Okay.
it with advantage.
He said the group
Okay,
gets
I
off.
think. So Janie, I'll help you. Matisse, can you help Strax? I think they're both better investigators.
Yes,
than
I'm
we
not.
are.
I get a
Yeah,
minus
so-
on it, so.
All right, so Janie, I'll help you.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
well,
Strax, I got you.
Have a look
Ah.
around.
I just rolled a 1 and a 3.
Oh, it's happened to me
That's
tonight.
all right. I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Oh no!
4.
Yeah, so that's a 9 for me.
Okay, and Matisse.
Well, what's your passive investigation?
I'm sorry. It was
Oh,
it was
14.
it was Janie and
11.
Strax.
Yes.
Janie and Strax are the ones that were doing it. Okay. and
11.
11. John.
My passive
passive.
investigation is 14.
14. Okay.
Which is pretty good.
You're not exactly sure what the symbol means.
Mm.
You're trying to figure it out, but you don't know what it is indicating. You know it's not embalming. You know it's not the cells, the detention area. You know it's not storage, but you're not really sure what it is exactly.
Well, we'll just have to go
Okay.
look.
Okay. So you want to just keep going on this floor?
Adventuring! Here we go!
Check it out. Maybe,
Adventure.
maybe we'll see some other familiar symbols that help us to piece it together.
To the pain!
So you start to move along on this floor, and eventually you start to come to an area where you believe it opens out into one of those recesses where like the ships are docked and they have the ballista there for defense.
Hmm.
So you think you're coming up to basically the area that you were in at the beginning when you first docked, and that sort of middle recess. You think that these paths that you're on right now, these hallways, are going to lead to that area.
But we're not so
Okay.
lucky that we can actually see our ship.
That depends.
Well, even if we could, we can't get through the air envelope, so.
No, but
Mm,
it'll be
right.
nice to know where we need to run to after we hit the self-destruct.
Yeah. Can we go just far enough to see the openings? If we start to think that that's where we're going, can we go until we see the docks and just
if you want to.
confirm that this is how we get out, and then go back in to continue investigating?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move in that area, and just as you come around this corner, and you basically can see, a docking area.
Yeah.
There is a Sanfa that walks up to your group and says, "This is not the embalming area. Why are you here?"
Okay.
You're all carrying supplies and everything, right? Still, so you're kind of out of place carrying embalming supplies down here at the dock. So this Sanfa is like, "What are you doing here?"
As to retrieve
I say-
something from from one of the ships.
I'd say that the Sanfa told us to bring supplies to the docks.
Let's have
I don't know.
John. Why don't you make a deception check?
Which is always my best roll.
Well, you're trying to sell this guy.
Cocked. 16.
16. He stops for a moment and considers, and you think that maybe he's not. You think that maybe it is not trusting you, but the only thing that it says back to you is it says, "Return to the upper levels where the embalming is," and he just points back down the hallway that you came.
Keep up the disguise. Is he the only one there?
Well, I mean, there's a group of I can't remember my own dudes.
He's in sight of the warriors. Is that right?
Correct,
The Ankana.
Yes, he has a regiment of Ankana that are maybe like 30 feet away from him.
Okay.
He kind of broke away from them to be like,
So-
"Hey, who are you? Why are you here?"
All right, so Arvine kind of like inclines her head like a respectful bow and turns around to head back towards the middle of the ship.
I mean, you did see that is an area that it is the middle recess.
Okay.
Okay. So our ship would be around there somewhere.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, assuming you're on the right side, because there's 4
Yeah.
sides.
Okay.
All right, so essentially, the Sanfa tells you to turn back the other direction. So you are all disguised as mummies, and you're trying to make your way through this pyramid ship, city ship, and we're going to, as you head back down that corridor, we're going to end for this session, and we'll pick up in the next session as you continue to try to figure out a way to stop the air bubble from preventing ships to go through, which I believe was one of your goals.
Yes.
And whatever
Yes.
other sort of goals you guys have, we will continue with that in the next session.
Woohoo!
And I would like to
Get to blow up the ship.
I would like to mention that I'm going to modify the way that we're doing leveling and experience, because
Okay.
I mean, most of the time that I've been playing D&D, it's been a weekly thing or very close to weekly thing. And even in those sessions, using XP on a weekly game, it still took a very long time to level, and it wasn't something that most of the players in our games really enjoyed. And I know there's lots of other ways of doing it, but I've looked through them all, and I've decided to go back to a session-based advancement system. But the way I'm going to do it this time is that we're going to have you guys level every 3 adventures. That's the way it's going to work.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause
And-
I was a
and-
little concerned about every adventure. was
no,
not too
it's
bad.
not every adventure. It's going to be every three sessions. You guys are going to level, and once we shift from this campaign to a different campaign, which isn't coming right now, but when we do that, what I'll probably do is I'll probably start the campaign at 5th level. Everybody will make 5th level characters, and we will do the advancement every 3 sessions from that point forward. So we could play for about a year and a half and get somewhere around 16th, 17th level, if I did my math correctly. And if we wanted to extend it out and go higher level and go to 2 years, we could. If it wound up being a little bit shorter and we were like 14th level or something and we stopped the campaign at that point, that would be fine. But I feel like that 5 to 15 level range is probably where most D&D is played, and doing it this way will probably keep it along those lines.
Yeah,
That
sounds good.
sounds cool.
Okay.
So I want you to all go to 6th level right now. If you all want to roll your hit points for me.
Okay.
Yay, 6th level.
Oh, I get some good stuff now. 6th
Yeah.
level.
Now you get your saving throw, or Greg. Now you get it.
Yes, now.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm getting average for hit points.
Average your hit
Okay.
points.
All right.
How
So
about you,
manage-
Greg?
Oh, hit point. So mine's a D8.
Is yours a D8 2 strikes?
It is a D8, yes.
Okay, so
Or
you're
is it a
getting,
D10?
All right, I'm getting
So,
average.
I'm not sure if
D10.
I've explained this to the listeners, but
D10.
but basically when people roll for hit points in my campaign, they can't roll less than the average, which is half of the die plus 1. If they roll less than that, then they take the average and then add their con mod on top of that.
It's like for the D8,
Ugh.
I get
All right, so I have to
5
take
plus my con, so another
the
7.
average. So 6
Yeah.
plus my con, so it'd be 8.
And Janie got 3 plus her con, right, for the wizard? Or
Well, I rolled a
sorcerer?
D6, so average is 4 on that, right?
Correct, yes. Okay. All right,
I
so
get ability score.
let's say goodnight to the listeners.
Good night.
Good night, listeners.
Good night.
Thank you for listening.
See you later.
We love you.
If If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay and Adventuring Podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.